You're not getting anything. You are not getting it. No, you're not getting anything. No, quiet. Shh. You're not getting anything. I gave you a hot dog. You're gonna get a bath. Shh, shh. You want me to barricade that door? Get it. In, in, in. Hello, everyone. Everyone. One. Anyway, I am putting my avatar up. I'm just very relaxed today. Although I'm not working, I still TGIF because on the weekends I really chill. I don't cook as much unless I have a home chef meal. Um, so I kind of treat it like I did when I was working. So that's why I called it just thank God it's Friday. I can give myself a break. I don't do any of my projects that I have except for, library is completely free. I was going to film today. I'll do a podcast maybe. I have some neck bones that I was going to do. I'm not sure whether I want to film them or not. Be making it. Um, so we'll see after this live. I'm gonna put them in the slow cooker. I'll probably end up just even if I don't upload it immediately, just have it ready to go. Basically, I'm just making conversation with myself right now, only because I know some people do my replay and I want to kind of break up the silence a little bit. I hope everybody can hear me. Okay, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Right, there we go. I hope you guys could hear me better because I had to turn up the speaker. I didn't know it was that low. I was just talking about um, basically wanting to say some things for the people who replay so to break this. Just in case you didn't hear me. Right now I have it on mute, but I am looking at 90-Day Fiance. What now? Just to kind of entertain myself while I wait for people to come in. I am being comfortable in my guest room where I usually film. I probably should do the hashtag so what right now, just to break up the silence. And Friday, there's so many people on live. Some people are working and not home yet. So I probably right now should just take this opportunity to do the hashtag so what. So I'm just wondering if my sound is good. If I should turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little bit. So I don't have to get too close to the computer. And I'm just going to continue these lives at 4, being new to lives. I know I have to build up my audience, not only in the YouTube community, the content creators, just know, let the outside world know that I'm doing lives. So I'll make sure that I do hashtags on my replay, which I heard is instrumental, and then I will make sure that that's why I tell people to smash the like button because it was said that with the likes that helps. So I'll just be patient and consistent. Is my sound okay? I'll get a text that will tell me whether my sound is coming off good. Don't forget, hit the like button when you're coming in. Okay. So today I'm just going to just talk about anything that comes up. I'll just let whatever comes up, whatever it turns into. Um, I have a podcast planned, and I was just trying to determine whether to do that on a live. So I really won't. I'll just save that what I have planned. Maybe for the live, I'm just going to do a podcast. I can tell you what it's all about. I'm going to Little Richard. There's some things that people really don't know about him. All they know is what they saw of him on with the flashy clothes and the hair and all that. But I won't give away too much. I just want to let you guys know a podcast will be coming either today or tomorrow. So And like explained before, the Thank God is Friday. Although a lot of us, I still kind of keep the weekend the way I would do the weekend when I was working. Um, just kind of chill. Um, the projects that I have going on, I wait until the weekday. Um, I do less cooking. So I just kind of try to treat the weekends the same way. And I would be so glad when Friday would come, not having to deal with politics of the job or not having to deal with a lot of things, traffic, and just spending a lot of money, going out to restaurants to eat for lunch, whatever, because most times I hated to take my lunch, go up in the lunchroom trying to find a microwave or stove that was empty that I could eat my lunch TV up there but you couldn't hear it, so what was the purpose? Um so that's why I went to lunch a lot of times out to a restaurant and be on my phone, or I would go get something and eat in my car. But I just didn't like eating in the lunchroom. It's like, okay, that's my time. I'm not getting paid for it. I don't want to see you guys. See you after lunch. But it private time. And most times I went by myself because it was private time so I can regroup. Because my career was difficult. It was a difficult job. Um, I worked with people on Section 8. I had a lot of good people on my caseload, but then it's always going to be a few, and then people would pop in, and I had set my schedule where unless it was emergency, so I needed that lunchtime away from everything and everybody to kind of get ready for the rest of the day. And I like to take my lunch late and endure it, usually 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock if I could last. Because when I took my lunch and came back, a lot of, most of my day was. So thank you guys that are out in the bushes. I see some people out in the number that's listening, so that's why I'm talking. It may appear like I'm talking to myself because nobody's responding, but you know that's um, that's okay. That's okay. That's I just wanted to explain why. Some people might say, "Well, you're home." One day is just like the next. That's why I may try to make a difference of the weekend, so every day won't be the same. Every day won't appear like the same, and it's like I won't forget Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It won't seem like Monday through Thursday. So that's why I named it. I titled it. Thank God. Just playing on my computer until people come in. Well, some people are in, but when they comment, I'll put it. Hi, Marilyn. How are you doing? Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm doing good. Thanks for coming into my live. It's a couple of people in the bushes, but thank you for commenting. Don't forget to smash the like button. I hope you're doing good today. That's right. That's right. Giving him the glory. That is right. I agree with that. Yes, we have a I have a faith in Jesus Christ also, so I'm glad that you mentioned that. That lets me know that you are my sister in Christ. So thank you for mentioning that. Yes, I'm doing great as well. So I was going to do a couple of things, but I said, no, I'll just let the conversation just kind of flow, whatever anybody comes in, whatever they want to talk about, I'll let that be the subject. And what I have planned for the live, I think I'm going to cast so that way people can listen to it at any time and not just on my live. Well, the lives are replayed, so they can, but I rather just do a podcast. Um, and I'll just let you know that it's about little Richard. And people just don't know some things about him. There's a lot of assumptions, but I'm going to set the record straight on some things about him, and I'm going to leave a link of something that he did that lets me know uh, about him. More about him, and what I thought about him was correct. So, anyways, that will be a podcast. So I hope you'll be looking out for it. So let me see. Are you a content creator? I'm going to check you out. Check your channel out. Let's see. Just a second. I'm checking your channel out if you have one. Oh, okay. And I am subscribed, so we must have done that. I'm glad that we're connecting now. I am subscribed to your channel. So I'll be going over some of your videos just as a welcome to my live. Let me put one on the watch list so I can start it. Okay. I put your last video on my watch. I'll be able to go in and see some of your content. And so I do that from time to time, and sometimes I'll go in to some people's channel and play their playlist. So I try to be supportive. But sometimes when you have a lot of subscribers and a lot of content, it's about a lot of content creators, you can't. It's so hard to get around to everyone. But once you connect back and forth, then the recommends come up more often. So I have you on my watch list. I'll be listening to your last video. So do you have plans? Yes, yes. And like I said, continue to be connect because I had to check and see. I said, whether I had subscribed to your channel or not, or but it looked like it's I subscribed for that. We are old friends. So thank you so much for coming in. What do you have planned for today? Any plans for this weekend? I'm not sure who. I know some people are going back to work Monday, and I know a lot of people may not be ready. I'm going to make sure I pray for those people who are out and about and the ones that's out there now, the people in the grocery stores, the hospitals, the mailmen, the people who deliver our packages. I pray that they're safe always. Um, but some people that I know personally will be going back to work Monday. My opinion is, it to open things up maybe in one way I can understand the economy to get that back on track. But then again, I'm thinking it's too soon. That that things are not um, things are not. I don't think in a place where we should just open up everything. Um, I don't I don't think that we're there yet. However, if it's going to be done, I pray that people take precautions like they've been doing, things we should have been doing all the time as far as washing our hands and things like that. Um, of course, wearing a mask um, and gloves. So I want to just make sure that I say that prayer for everybody that's out here. I know in Paris, I saw this on TV. In Paris, 6 o'clock, they go on their balcony and they applaud. That everybody's out on their balcony just clapping. And what they're doing is they're saying thank you to the people who are at the grocery stores, people in the medical field, and you know that's their way of saying I appreciate everyone. And I thought that was a great sentiment. Iran says still everything's closed here, so don't have any plans. Okay. I'm in the States. Where are you? Are you in the States? Are you in another? What country are you in? Hey, Deborah, how are you? I hope everything is good. I hope you're being safe. I saw your video making them biscuits. Guess what I'm having for breakfast Saturday morning? Biscuits going to be a part of it. Miran says, "Yes, you are right. We must pray hard." That's right. And Deborah Miran, she's a believer also. So, Miran, she's got a beautiful voice, and from time to time she'll come on and sing. So you guys visit each other. Hey, Kima, how are you? Thanks for joining in. Thank you on this Friday. I didn't know who was at work, and have the weekend off. And like I said before, I try to although I'm home, I try to treat my weekend special. Every day is special and blessed, I know, but I try to make a difference of the weekend like I did when I was working, so I won't mush the days together. You know what I mean? Good, good. I'm glad you are. You guys can visit this. I don't really make a big thing out of it, but of course, anybody that comes in and you don't know about their channel, you don't know about their content, I encourage you to go in and check each other out. I want people to, grow on this channel, and it's a blessing. I mean, I have people that I have met through YouTube, beautiful people, and of course there's gonna be here and there, but for the most part, I can't complain about the people I've met. I've met some really cool people on this platform that I call my cyber buddies. You know, I I just they're cooking and makeup and mukbangs, and they might talk about Jesus Christ on that platform, lifting him up, and just I have a well-rounded group of people that I consider my cyber friends, and then sometimes, like I say, you just can't get to everybody because I support a lot of people who are content creators, and so you try to get everybody in there. But you know, when I come in, I try to do a back to back to back thing, and then I try to, support someone else. So it can be difficult, but um, this is as close. YouTube is as close as a job that I want. So this is actually my job. So I treat it like one as far as I lot time to visit people and support. And I thank everyone here who came in today to support me. I really appreciate it. Because you can be doing something else and being content creator. You could be working on your own channel, but you took a little breather to come, visit me, and I appreciate it. So yes, I do like that everybody is talking to each other. Um, I kind of thought about doing the hashtag so what, but I really, I think I'll leave that for a podcast, and I have another thing that I was going to do, but I'm going to leave that for a podcast. So I just kind of opened up this forum to let people know each other, anyone that came in the channel to get to know each other, and to also we can talk about whatever we want to, what uh, we can talk. We don't have a specific topic today, so I just thank you guys for coming in and let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know what's on your mind. Whether you have plans this weekend, even if the plans include staying home. What are you gonna? Are you gonna bring out some new videos? And what they're gonna be about. Um, what you can do is, and I'll just make this a one time. This won't be all the time. I'm just gonna make it for today. If you guys want to put the link either to your channel or to the last video that you have up on YouTube, you can do that. Like I said, this won't be every time I go live, but for you, for your appreciation coming in today, because Friday we try to fit, well, the weekend we try to fit some things in. I'm the opposite. I try to do less. I try to do less cooking unless I have a home chef meal. I put down some of my projects. Even on Sunday, I do no lives. Today and tomorrow will be the lives, but Sunday I like to go and there's a service that I like to listen to online. It's in Los Angeles. I'm in California, but it's in Los Angeles. So I like to just the 11 o'clock. I think it's 11 o'clock service, and I like to listen to that. And guys, the praise singers are off the chart. So if you guys want the link to that, let me know. Uh, and it's Pacific time, 11. If you guys want Sunday to you want to hear a really good uh, teaching and praise singers. I mean, the voices are beautiful, beautiful. To let me know, I'll put the channel in the link. And what I do is I subscribe to make sure I get all of the broadcasts. But anyway, go ahead. You can put the link to your channel or your latest video. And it used to be that we could hit the avatar you have, and it will go to the person's channel. We can't do that anymore. they changed that. And some of the things they changed on YouTube is like, we could have done without that. Keep it that we could click on the avatar, unless there's some problems about it that I'm not aware of, because now you have on my phone. I don't know about on the laptop, but on the phone, I have to do something different when I go into you guys' channel. I have to do something different to leave a message or leave a comment or read the comments. It's just a new thing you have to do. You have to click on that, and it's just I don't know why. Way the only thing consistent about YT is changes, and some are for the good, and some I just don't understand the change. So anyway, thank you for being here again, and don't forget to hit that like button. I know some people probably want to put their link to their channel up. That's okay. You can do it this one time until further notice. I might offer it again, but that might be make it easier for other people, even on the replay, to see your channel and then click on it. I'm just reading some of the conversation. The not really a conversation, but each person is speaking to each other. So that's good. Oh, and Deborah, I saw that head scratching session you had too. uh, so yeah, yeah. Anybody can if it's like I said, they changed where you could put it's more steps to the procedure to pull up people's links and everything. So if you want, you could just uh say a little something as far as what your channel's about. And guys, going on Kima's channel, she has a lot of reactions. And that's funny, Kima, when you kind of change your voice to kind of speed it up, it sounds like a little cartoon. So it's a little humor in her reactions. So yeah, she has some. Everybody, Kima has some good reaction videos. Um, I'm going to have to be familiar with other people, that I support with as far as subscribing, just to refresh my memory on some people about their content. But I kind of know what it's about, but I just want to go in and just support as far as being a viewer. So thank you all for coming in, and you can showcase your channel. And those of you that can share me out, which a lot of people probably on the lives or in lives, but if you can share me out, I'd appreciate that. I know you have to have a certain amount, and I think everybody that's on right now have that number. But if you can, I'd appreciate it. Now, this live will probably last another probably 30 minutes. So I had shared myself out, so I wanted to kind of stay on for a while. If someone's in the middle of something, they could finish that up and come on in and say hello for a little bit. Have you guys heard of the hashtag So What challenge? Like I said, I've been wanting to do it and wanting to do it, and I decided, okay, I have to do a podcast, uh, and maybe do it there. But it was created by Mukbang and Thang, and she was saying the one of the purpose of doing the hashtag So What is because you tell something about yourself and you tell like a personality trait or something you do or something you don't do, and it's to keep the bullying down, actually to get rid of the bullying because you're coming out yourself and saying I do this, I do that. So what? So what? Like right now, I could say hashtag so what. So what that I only have a few people in my life right now? So what? The people that are supposed to be here are here. Whatever we're supposed to talk about will be talked about. So what? Because people will come in and they will listen to my replay, and that builds up my watch time. So the purpose is accomplished. So what? So what? Because I've only been live a few, well, it's more than a few, but I'm real new at this. So my audience has to have time to build. So what? Because I am being consistent with my time being on the live, so people will be used to my time and used to me being live on a certain time. So what? Things happen the way they're supposed to happen. There's a reason for everything. So I say, so hashtag so what? So that's the way it goes. You say something because somebody will could come in and say, well, Marilyn, this, and whatever. And to that, I would just say, oh, you're welcome, Deborah. I was getting ready, I was gonna say I was gonna. So I say to anybody who could comment. So what? Yeah, I do. I did watch the those biscuits. I haven't made biscuits in so long. I've watched others, but that kind of stuck in my mind because I like a good homemade biscuit or a good homemade dinner roll. I had an auntie that could throw down as far as cooking, and she could make some biscuits with, oh my gosh. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go see if I can find me some pastry flour. I want to see if there's a difference. I'm gonna do that for my crust too. I'm gonna see if I can taste the different, or it's supposed to be more flakier too. So I want to try some pastry flour if I can find it, opposed to all purpose, and see if that'll make a difference, Deborah. Yeah. Have you ever tried? I don't know if you're listening right now, but if you are, have you ever tried pastry pastry flour in your crust or your biscuits? I mean, just I heard they end up flakier. I don't know. I don't know because I had other thoughts on how you can make flaky, and that's putting butter, smushing that butter in there is supposed to make it flaky. Maybe along with the pastry flour, I can make some real flaky, buttery biscuits. That sounds good. So I thank everyone that's in the live right now again. Um, and I keep saying that because, like I said, we have sometimes, because we're home, a lot of us, doesn't mean we're not busy. In fact, I'm more busier now than before, all of this. What's going on now. I'm busier now. So, yeah, like I said, I don't want to assume because it's not true in my instance because I'm home. Okay, I am never bored. Oh, I won't say never, but it takes a lot for me to be bored because I have so many things I could be doing. If I'm not on YouTube, and all that we do on YouTube, I have some sewing projects I cut out, and the pattern is there to be put together and sewn. I have my project in my bathroom. I could cook and film it, and it's just, it's just a lot of projects I have. And when I complete one, there's always two or three that I can replace. So I'm not bored. So I know that it's things that people that are listening right now that you could do. And so that's why I keep saying I appreciate you coming in because it seems like the more you stay at home, the more you find, a lot of us, the more you find that you could be, a hobby or a project or something that just needs to be done. Or just relaxing sometimes, watching a good movie on television. So there's some good things that's been coming on TV that I've been, like I told someone else last week or maybe the week before was the first time that I sat down. It was on one of the premium channels. First time I saw Black Panther. I didn't go to the movies to see that. And I said, okay. And I've been hearing all about it. And it's old now. People are seeing they got the the DVD of it. But that was the first time that I just really took the time, to save it on my DVR and watch it. So it was always on the late freight when it comes to movies. Most of the time I wait till they come on the premium channels, and then I get the premium channels when they free weekends. I'm not paying all that. Satellite is too expensive in the first place without me adding premium channels and cable too. So that is why I just saw Black Panther. And those of who will be listening that's not in my chat room now, those who will be doing the replay, of course I know you know this, but I'm just gonna say it just in case. On the silent parts where people come in and out your chat, just speed it along. Just I won't put down the time frames, whatever, but just speed it along because whether you do the replay, whether you're in the bushes, whether you come and con in the chat room, it still counts for watch time. Now, I would prefer that people will come in and keep the conversation going. Even now, I'm not bored because I have it on mute, but you know, I'm looking at the 90-day fiance and plan to do a podcast on a couple that I think is just, in fact, I might just wait until the reunion type and then just do a spin on what I think on all the couples because it just amazes me how naive some people are. And out of being naive, as if they do foolish things. They take things that normally, it's like, that's foolish. You old enough to know that you shouldn't. You're looking real thirsty right now, so you should know that. You should know that's a catfish. You should know that, you 54 years old. What you doing with a 23-year-old? Now and I talked about that in another live. As far as May December, but that's if you do that and you're in the same town or close, or even in the same country, and you can see each other more often. But when you're in another country from the person you're dating, you know, to me, the older person is just looking for somebody they can control. Oh, okay. I should have known, Deborah. You're cooking. What you cooking, Deborah? Yeah, to me, and there's always exceptions to the rule, but I've said this before that usually that person want to control because the person who are on, I'll say this, but it, I say this cautiously. When a person is on your same level and not going to take certain things, um, and you don't want to go through the back and forth, then you go get someone that you consider young and dumb, and you want to be with them. I was on YouTube today and last night looking at the different videos they had where people got together and they were like 30 and 40 and older, years older than their partner. And in the cases I was looking at, it was the man that was older and the woman was younger. And in one case, when he saw this one girl and she was like 16 and she told him she was 18 and he was in his middle or late 40s. Now, see, I got an issue with that one. I got an issue because that's a minor, and he should do some jail time, in my opinion. Um, he say they start dating at 17, so I think in the state that they were living, I can't even remember legal age. But you know what? To me, just cause it's legal, that don't mean that you should do it. Especially when you're in your 40s and she's 17. And then now I'm not sure how long they've been together now, but they got twins now, twin girls. They got a family now. But what I'm saying is, what the thing to me is, I don't care if she is 17. She's still a child. I think she's 18 now because, but when they first started, he say they didn't date until they were 17. I don't pretty much believe that. I don't think he wants to admit, the way he was saying that he kind of put a stop to it when he found out. Because, like I said, first she lied and said she was 18, but when he found out, he was saying like he put a stop to it. I don't pretty much believe that. I don't, why would he admit to anything that he could go to jail over? Because I don't think the statutes of limitations is over with. So if he admitted, he could still be in trouble, although that was past. But now, like I said, now they have twins, beautiful, two little girls. But I had an issue with that. Well, not anybody else. I think it's too young, whatever, 23, 24. But at least she's older. She's not a teenager. I'll put it that way. She's not a teenager. So you could say, oh, well, I don't see how that's going to work, but, there are exceptions where people are together until one passes, if the one is much older. So, anyway, I was kind of watching that on YouTube, and after I had the subject on a live chat of May December relationships, and then I guess because of that, then all those videos start coming up in my recommended. And so I said, oh, that looks interesting. And I started watching it. But the only one that really, really rubbed me the wrong way is the 16-year-old. He's staring at her in the that's how they met, in the grocery store. He's staring at her in the grocery store. Okay. Is it that he like young girls like that? Is it that as she gets older, will the thrill be gone? Will he check out and seek another teenager? So, that was the only one that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The other ones, oh, okay, whatever, whatever. If they like it, I love it. But that one kind of like, mm. So I have, Deborah, if you can hear me, if you're not don't burn nothing now. I know you're cooking right now, but don't burn anything. Let me know what you're cooking, because that I'm going to put in a slow cooker after this live. So if I do film it, I'm not going to upload it till tomorrow. But that's some expensive cut of meat. I mean, it. I looked at the package. It's a little over 2 pounds, and it was $12 and something for some neck bones. And thank God it's just me, because it wouldn't, for me, it's not enough. Because neck bones is mostly bone, and you're not going to get a lot of meat out of it. So thank God it's just me, because it'll be okay for me, but another person just wouldn't get any. They wouldn't get anything but the carrots and the potatoes, and and the peppers that I'm going to put in it. But guys, I'm just going to let this go on just a little bit longer. Um, I'll be right back. I'm just checking something on my computer. I'm on my phone. Okay, I'm going to watch a little bit of Maron's, so it'll go on my history, so I can watch that later, because I'm already subscribed to her. Okay. Okay, good. People that came in. I just wanted to make sure people were giving me a thumbs up, and so that's good. So if anybody coming in want to come in and start another conversation, I know that I'm supposed to do most of the talking, and but if it's someone that I know, um, because I don't let strangers, I don't invite them to come on a panel. But if it's somebody I know, if you want to come on and be on the panel just to give your channel a shout out, uh, that'll be fine. I know you can't do it, Deborah. I know you're cooking. You know. Uh, but if anybody comes in before I sign off, which will be maybe 15 more minutes or so, we'll see. And for the replayers, you can you can also next time I'm on the live, you can also come in and be on the panel if I know you. If I'm coming to your channel, you come into my channel and offer it to strangers. And there's a really good reason for that. I think I mentioned it one time, a few lives back, that somebody did that. A stranger hopped into her. She offered for people to come on her panel. A stranger hopped on, and he had porn on the TV. So that's why you have to be real careful who you invite on the panel. Because if it's a stranger, you don't know that person. Everybody not rap type. Everybody's not, a good person that would do something. If you watch porn, keep it to yourself. Don't bring it here on my channel. And so they took advantage of her. Uh, a lot of people, when I say this particular person, they don't know, but but Kima knows exactly what I'm talking about. Kima knows. I think Kima left, but the real Kima, Kaor, she was on. And if I should have mentioned it while she was here, didn't think of it then, but she knows the circumstances. Right now, I was looking at the 90 Day Fiance, and these two women, one lives in Australia and the other one lives in the States. I forget where. And they're both bisexual and they're a couple now. And this one lady, she wanted to come let her mom know that she was bisexual. So she has her on um, doing a video chat, and her girlfriend is sitting right next to her. Um, so it's like she just can't bring herself to tell her mom. Um, I think deep down inside, her mom wouldn't approve because she, she knows. had discussions of certain things. So she knows what her mom. She's scared because I think she knows her mom won't approve. That lifestyle because you know she got a feel for what her mom's beliefs are. So she's scared and she's not telling her. So she said, I've been keeping a secret from you. And then she tells her mom something else. I'm over here and I did, how you get in a cage and the sharks, you see the sharks come up, but they can't get in the cage. So her mom, is like, now you got to be safe because this one particular girl, she has some type of disease where she has to be really careful. Her immune system, she can't, she has to wear mask and all that even without the what's going on right now. Even before all this, she has to, when she travels, it's really not safe for her to do certain things. So she brings up that um wanting to tell her mom she's bisexual, but and she was going to tell her, and then she kind of slipped that in because she lost her nerve to tell her mom. So girlfriend is like, okay, will she ever have the nerve to tell her? So that's what I was looking at while you know, just to keep the conversation going to the replayers and keep that watch time running. Okay, gotta do what you gotta do. But just to let people know that are listening right now, I will not get discouraged um, because I'm new at the lives and it takes time. And some people that's been doing lives a long time, they experience this and then it grows, it grows, it grows, it grows. I understand the process. I do. But to support me, people will come on and they'll stay a certain amount of time if they're busy. They is busy. Support me. Oh, that's a supportive person. Deborah's cooking while she's listening. Thank you, Deborah. But people stay on a certain amount of time because it will register as far as watch time, and it will register. So it may seem uh, one way, but it all counts. All counts. But like I said, this 90 days. One guy, he lives in Vegas, and he's dating this girl, this lady. He has dated her on the computer for 7 years. 7 years from the Ukraine. And he has been over there, I think, altogether 5 times. And he's got a ring and everything to give her. And people keep telling him she's a catfish. She's a catfish. You wasting your money. And he has spent a lot of money going over to Ukraine and talking to her. I think he says at least 100 grand. And he even hired a private detective, and the private detective come back and tell him, she's got accounts talk. She's talking to several guys, and she's a fraud. She's conning you. And he gets mad at the private detective because the private detective lives over in Ukraine, so he has someone translating. So he gets mad, calls the guy a liar. She's for real. How could I be talking to somebody for 7 years and she's not real? She's not real. And he ends up firing the private detective. He don't know what he's talking about. His friends are telling him she's a catfish, she's a fraud, she's taking you for your money, like $100,000 to spend on somebody you haven't seen. and all you've done. And I don't even think they've had video chat. She just puts up a picture. It's not even video chat. People are saying, "Oh, she did stole people, stole that photograph. She is not for real." So that's what I'm watching right now. I got it on mute, but uh, thankfully, uh, they have like captions on, so I could understand what's going on, even though it's on mute. But he keeps telling himself, "I'm going to see her. I'm gonna see her. I got a ring, and I'm gonna propose." Um, can't remember his name. I think it's David. That didn't pop up, but I think it's David. Can you imagine, guys, dealing with somebody for 7 years? He needs on Catfish. The guy on the show Catfish. He needs Neve. He needs to have Neve investigated because Neve will come up with it. Only I think one or two times Neve have went out the country on the Catfish, but I think this is just they should merge the two programs together. And after this segment is off, then they should put another segment on Catfish and let Neve investigate it because Neve will come up with the with the with the evidence whether she's a catfish or whether, like he said, she's shy. that is uh, that is just thirsty, being thirsty. But then if it turns out that she is real, I just can't see whether that person is real or not. I just can't see being in a relationship with somebody for that extent of time, 7 years, and not see them face to face. And he's making the trips, and I know those trips can't be cheap over to from Las Vegas to the Ukraine. And even when he stayed in the hotel, I think the last time, and they talked to, and he registered, he kind of told the lady at the front desk, why. You know how you get in conversation with people you're on vacation or in another country or even another state, why you're visiting our state, our country, and they tell you. Even she says the Ukrainian women, a lot of them be scamming these, according to her, because I don't know for sure, but according to her, she's come across them a lot where the Ukrainian women are scamming these American men for the money, and they might have two or three on a string. So, and the only way he has to communicate with this Ukrainian woman is through the website online. He doesn't have her telephone number. He has no information about her. He did have an address, and he went to the address, and it was an old man that opened the door and said he had been living there for 20 something years. So she gave him a wrong address because they were going on a cruise. They were going on a cruise, and she gave him an address. So, because you need everybody's information, address and everything when you go on a cruise. Well, he had looked back and researched his old records and got an address. So he says the time he had went to a restaurant. They were supposed to meet there. He ordered wine, had flowers and candy and whatever, and she stood him up. And the lady, the owner of the restaurant, said that happens all the time. American men come over, they come to her restaurant, and the lady never shows up. He popped a bottle of champagne and drank some of that. And the flowers, she took the flowers off the table and said, "I might as well enjoy these flowers. They shouldn't go to waste." I don't know if he had brought the candy with him or not. She might have took that. That's a regular thing. So here we have the desk clerk at the hotel saying that happens all the time. But before that, We have the owner of the restaurant saying that happens all the time. And so, it's like it's a good chance that this lady, even if she's real or not, even if that's her picture, it still could be a scam where, you know, her picture, she's just drawing men, lonely men, to the website with her picture. And she gonna take the best picture that she can take, draw all those men. But anyway, guys, I am going to okay, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes so it'll be exactly an hour and a half. So that's what I've been entertaining myself with for those who are listening, but they're doing something right now. And I am entertaining myself, watch fiance. My dogs are quiet. Listen, listen, silence. They're not barking at the door, which is another good thing. Um, I think what I'm going to do is leave someone comment. So when I end this live, the comment will be left on the screen, and that's a form of advertising, showcasing someone's channel. So since Deborah has stayed the longest, it's only fair that I put her comment up. So hopefully it will grab this comment, and Deborah Mosley, that's the name of her channel, her name. And anybody who watches the replay will see Deborah. And I usually try to do that with, some of the people who kind of come in and stay for a while. I uh, their comment will stay, and that's a form of showcasing their channel. So I'm going to end this live right now. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for people in the bushes. I appreciate you, and I will be back tomorrow at 4. I am a trooper. I have patience. Um, it is what it is. Hashtag so what. So see you guys next time, and I appreciate your support. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.